Always start the day of the court. Already been out the bike for a little bit. Had a bit of water there. I'm gonna knock this back before breakfast. Water for breakfast. Water before breakfast. Quarter water before breakfast. Every day of the year. Always. Count on it. Question. What I like to do is wake up, have my water, do a bit of sport, or get on emails, or whatever. So this morning we went out for about a half-hour ride. I've done a video about that one. Check it out. Question. This one's labelled importance. It's important. Hi Harley, what do you think about this thread? And they sent me a link to a thread about people saying that the more fat you eat, the leaner you get. Carbs make you fat. This is the usual bullshit. How long does it take to have a body fat like yours? I'm 182 and 78 kilos. I do have a lot of fat in my body. I want to get ripped. Wants to get ripped. Please answer. Cheers. Wants to get fucking ripped. Fucking ripped and have sinew and fucking veins and shit all over their body. Well, you don't tell me what sport you do. If you just want to get fucking ripped, just stop eating. Just stop eating. Just water fast for the next 2 months. You'll get fucking ripped. Obviously, I don't recommend doing that, but you don't give me, like, you want to get ripped? For what? For what? I don't understand. You don't understand. You don't even know. You just read something on a forum and it's like, I want to get ripped. I want to get fucking jacked. I want to get fucking swole. Just do lots of steroids and then do a cutting cycle with clenbuterol and shit. Cut your calories fucking right down to 1500. Run on a hell of stimulants. And you'll get fucking lean as. Do some trenbolone acetate. You still hold your mass. Do testosterone to keep your sex drive up. Because when you cut your calories, your test drive drops down. And when you use a lot of other anabolics, you can cut your sex drive. So use testosterone to keep your dong strong. And just yo-yo. Mentally. Just, you know, be nuts. You'll get fucking ripped for a bit. Then take some photos, put them on the net, become an authority, sell a few ebooks, and when you blow out, just use a shot from here up, alright? Because most people can't tell how much fat is on someone's face, which translates to their body. And then you just keep recycling the photo where you're hella ripped, hella lean. And that's marketing 101 in the fitness community, you know? So you say you want to get ripped. For what? What, for your sport? You want to make a certain body weight in boxing? Are you a cyclist? You want to increase your watts per kilo a little bit? I don't know. I don't understand. You want to get ripped for what? For what? So, you know, man, people get sold an idea that if you're ripped, you can see your fucking cheekbones like Durham and Lance Armstrong, all of a sudden your life's going to get better. Better how? You know? It's really subjective. The people don't know. They're just like, yeah, I want to get into that because that was cool. But they don't understand what goes on behind the scenes or what their end goal is or why. Why do you want to have something? Okay? I want to get more girls. Getting ripped doesn't get you more girls. Working on your inner game, working on your emotional muscle, that's what gets you girls. Real girls. Real women. Alright? Because if you're ripped, there's always someone out there who's more ripped than you. And they'll be like, you're good, next guy. Seriously, man, when it comes to getting women, quality women, it's all about emotional muscle. That's why I got the hottest girl in the YouTube fitness community, and I'm the scrawniest fucker out there. Because it's about emotional muscle. All these guys with big trenbolone acetate muscles, and they're ripped for 2 weeks a year or whatever. Just boring, man, because those guys have very low confidence. They're very low confidence, so they have to have all this steroid muscle so they can be the strongest version of themselves or whatever to feel good about themselves. But it's just steroid muscle, and when you lose that, people just go, oh, you know. But do you want to appeal to high caliber people or low caliber people? Do you want to attract high caliber women in your life or low caliber? If it's the high quality people, work on your emotional muscle. Work on your emotional muscle for sure. So when you say you want to get ripped, focus on getting ripped, you know. Oh, here we go. We've got a reply email while I'm making this video. Wow, you answered. I'm so happy. I've also got this. How cool is this for fucking reality YouTube TV? I've also got this. This is from the same person. I've also got to say that when I was paleo, I weighed 83 kilos and feeling like shit, no energy. Now I feel much better. Eat low-fat fruits and starches, weight 78. But I really want to get ripped. I was obese most of my life, you know. Alright, I'm going to write back to this person and see what their response is, and I'll just do another question. This is pretty cool. It's an interesting format. Why you want... Now I'm going to write back. Why you want to get ripped. Alright, wait for that one. And then in the meantime, we'll answer another question. Post your questions down below in the comments section so I can get through them. You never know whose answer I'm going to answer. Whose question I want to... I love this dribbling on. The raw almonds. Harley, recently you said that almonds are not raw. Nuts are not raw. I think that you are picking over something pretty minor. For sure. But a lot of people critique me in the raw food community. Say, oh, doing it on freely promote, you know, starches and stuff. And they eat tinned fruit. They eat, like, tinned fruit that's cooked. And they're eating fucking cooked food too. You know what I mean? They go, I'm 100% raw. It's bullshit. You just eat nuts or you eat other things that you don't tell people about, which is fine, but don't critique us. And you know what I mean? Don't be hypocritical. Almonds, USA, illegal to sell raw almonds. So if you people, when people say, "I'll sell raw almonds on my website," they're selling you cooked almonds because it's illegal. In 2007, law was passed. It's illegal to sell unpasteurized almonds on your website or in your shop or whatever. So when Luca and DTM are making this, soaking up the almonds, they're soaking cooked food in the jar. You might as well put a fucking vegan pizza in the jar and soak it. Because it's cooked. If you want to do raw food, eat raw food. That's fine. We promote that. But don't be telling people when this is a raw food recipe but using cooked ingredients. You know what I mean? That's fucking... I find it hilarious. I find it hilarious. You teach people how to make raw food recipe using cooked ingredients. That's the same as me going, this ain't make a raw food pizza, and I fucking bring a cooked pizza to the fucking potluck. What the fuck is going on? People are going to potlucks. Oh, this raw food's really good, but the nuts are all cooked. You dilly willy. That's like going to a fucking raw food potluck and there's a fucking vegan pizza there and go, wow, this raw pizza's really good. It's fucking cooked. If you want to eat raw food, eat raw food. If you want to eat cooked food. But it gets a bit confusing when people say this is 100% raw. I don't know, one of my videos I said that pizza I think was raw, and they're like, wow, that looks pretty real. They didn't fucking get it. People are dumb, or they're just trusting, or they're ignorant, or they're not focusing or not concentrating. It's easy to fool people. You can tell people you're a raw foodist and your recipe's got cooked nuts in it. People aren't going to fucking understand because they're noobs, or they're trusting, or they've never even thought about it. But I find it hilarious when people say, I'm a raw foodist, doing right is wrong, freely is wrong, they eat cooked food. But you're eating fucking cooked food too. So my definition of raw food, right, is fresh fruits and vegetables and nuts you picked yourself off the tree and ate that day. Otherwise, everything else is dead. Everything else is dead. It's not living anymore. When you have a nut that doesn't sprout, it's dead. Alright? Living foods, raw living foods, that's what it's about. If that's what your goal is, that's fantastic. That's great. It's the best quality out there. Fresh fruit, best food on the planet. But don't be deluding yourself that you're a raw foodist. You know, I'm 100% raw, fully raw, whatever. And you're eating cooked nuts. Because it's fucking cooked. Alright? Fruit's the best. Just if you're in doubt, if you're in the supermarket going, are these nuts raw? Just don't even fucking eat them. Just get some fruit. And be done with it. Let's check if this person's written back yet. Not yet. So I always find it hilarious when people, you know, I'm 40 years raw vegan. And the fucking recipe they hold in their hand, the jar of almonds is fucking cooked. I've been eating 100% raw foods for 40 years. But people in the raw food community don't even see it. Even some long-termers, like, I read their comments and I'm like, the dude's fucking telling you a cooked food recipe, which is fine. But you're saying they're 100% raw, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like the examples of the Lou Corona video a while back. It's like, people send me the link, I'm like, but it's a cooked food recipe. Which again is fine, but if you want to eat raw foods, eat fucking raw foods. Don't eat raw food meal with cooked nuts. And say, oh, but it is raw because it... No. The only way you find out if it's raw is if the fruit is fresh. Hot water dipped mango isn't raw. It's cooked. But I'll still fucking eat them. Alright? Depends how restrictive you want to be in your diet. Alright? And I've been there, man. I've been there to where all I could eat was like local foods, 100-kilometer radius. And it's a good virtue to have, but it ain't fucking realistic. So, I've pushed my diet extremes to the fucking limits. And come back to a thing that was more sustainable for me. But you got to find your balance point, what's sustainable for you and what works with your goals, alright? My goals always be healthy and lean, always be carved up, feeling great, always have tasty food around me, always have ethical food, always eat the best options given around me. Bingo. Stand back, look at the bigger picture. Always be promoting a dietary program that anybody in the world can follow today. If they have access to the internet, then they can eat what I promote. Not that they're not going to be buying stuff off the internet, but it means that they live in a demographic which can afford some fruits or some rice or whatever. If you have access to the internet, you can make a living on the internet without scamming people and selling them absolute fucking bullshit. This person hasn't replied yet. We'll keep talking. Let's go back to the nuts one. Some of the videos that was really stirred up a lot of people. A lot of people are angry with that, the nuts. Because they're like, I'm 100% raw. And then doing what it says, it tells you eating cooked food. No. I want to eat my cooked nuts. Eat them if you want. Enjoy them. But don't be deluding yourself that you're eating raw food when you're eating cooked nuts. Yes, I ate almonds off the tree and it's very different, agreed. I've eaten nuts off the tree, I've eaten pecans off the tree, almonds, walnuts, pistachios, macadamias, cashew. None of them taste anything like the cooked stuff you buy. Or the rancid stuff you buy. Once that nut starts to dry out, it's called rancid. Seeds are a different story. Sunflower seed, chia, and flax can be a lot more resistant to things. Hemp seeds, once they're husked, they're rancid. But again, if you want to eat them, that's fine. But don't be thinking to yourself, if your goal is 100% raw, that eating cooked nuts is part of the 100% thing. Alright? People are going to get fucking pissed at me now. Raw cashews are boiled to remove the skin, for sure. They're steamed. It's bullshit that people out there who say that they're selling raw cashews. The thing is, there's no policing. There's no, like, FDA. There's no regulation at all. So I can say I've got really, really raw cashew nuts harvested by a fucking Indonesian chipmunk or whatever. But they're not raw. They've been steamed, been cooked, whatever. It's bullshit, alright? But there's no regulation of it. So you can, there's no fraud, there's nothing. There's no federal regulation of raw food, alright? Look at any supermarket and they sell raw cashews, raw almonds, whatever. They're all cooked. Even the raw food world, they're all fucking cooked. Unless you harvest it yourself, it's going to be cooked, man. Or unless you know the person that harvests it. You can't trust all the people in the raw food world marketing bullshit, man. They can't get in any trouble. They're not breaking the law, alright? And you can't find out if it's true or not. So they're going to make a fucking lot of money on you. That's why there's millionaires out there. Want real fresh seeds? Eat the ones inside your fruit. They'll actually have taste. If you want to eat raw seeds, right, eat the seeds in your fruit. Crunch your watermelon seeds up, alright? If that's why if you're really following about that, crunch out your watermelon seeds. Fruit and strength, right? Commercial sunflower seeds will sprout even at 155 degrees Fahrenheit. Some foods are more heat stable than others, I agree. I made a video on an experiment I did called it Mythbusters, the raw food edition. Can non-living seeds grow non-living plants? That's great. So if you want to find out if your seeds are really raw, see if they fucking sprout. And if they sprout, then you know that batch was good. Otherwise, they're cooked. Or they're dead, they're rancid. This is great. We're having a lot of discussion these last few weeks. This is fantastic. This is just, I love this stuff. I love all the discussions people are having and debating. This is what we want to achieve, is critical thinking, just getting people talking. Notice how we're not selling you anything in these videos, not marketing. Oh, this is the latest product we sell. We don't do that. Education. Every almond grown in California must be cooked before it is sold under Californian law. They can still put the label raw on the package at Whole Foods, but for public health reasons and not to be technically raw. Correct. My grandma has a walnut tree and we always ate them raw, just cracked them up, and I ate raw hazelnuts in the bush before. True, it doesn't taste like the ones in the store. It's correct, because the ones in the store are cooked and or rancid. They don't taste the same. Total nonsense. All nuts in store are not cooked. Many sell raw nuts and seeds. Also, hazelnut, walnuts and sun seeds, pumpkins, etc. we pick from plants taste awesome. They have not dead foods, you stupid idiot. What nonsense is this? Educate your stupid self. Well, I'm sorry. all nuts in store are cooked. It's law, and if it's not law, it also makes sense from a storage perspective, because what you do is you cook the nut, you get the moisture out of there, so there's less chance of getting moldy. You can't have wet nuts in the stores and they go moldy. You have to cook your nuts, all right? Otherwise, they just go moldy. They get all fucked up. Flax seeds and chia, bit of a different story potentially. Not all flax and chia is raw. If you want to make sure, you have to soak the batch. So buy a few pounds of nuts, soak a few. If they don't sprout, they're all cooked. Throw them out or eat them. But if you want to be 100% raw, you got to throw them in the bin. You can't eat them. You can't eat. You cook food, addicts. People get wrap them up. So I want to get people critical thinking. You know. This is a mistake I did for years as a 100% raw foodist. I'd be eating cooked nuts, thinking they were raw, right? Well, I would be fucking way better off having some steamed starches to actually have enough glycogen to go and do some shit. Instead of fill up on the nuts and go, at least I'm 100% raw, I can feel good about myself, and feeling like shit the next day, yo-yoing training, mood, thyroid issues, whatever. Nuts are something we should not really be eating much of. A handful a week maximum. A handful a week of nuts and seeds maximum per week. Any more than that is not good for your health. Yeah. So the pasteurization process of the nuts, of the almonds and stuff in the US means that what they do is they steam the nut first and then they dry roast it, and then it's sold as raw. So that's like me getting some rice, steaming it, and then dry roasting it and selling it as raw. I don't think people would not like that, but then they're eating nuts that are steam roasted and whatever. I just got back from a ride, had about 10 dates with me and 100 grams of sugar, so that's about 4 plus 900 calories. It's 1 o'clock, a little bit late to be only having 900 calories by 1 o'clock. But I got caught up talking with friends and stuff, which is fine because I ate enough yesterday, and I'll make up for it over the next 2 meals. So definitely. All right, the first question, Harley, why do you think so many people on YouTube wear hats? Is it to cover up their hair loss from using anabolics? Person's got a question. A lot of channels, popular channels, they have very short hair, all the way to wear hats because they can't grow long, thick hair because what they're using creates hair loss. Do I think that's a possibility? What do you think? Of course it is. That's why you keep your hair short or shave it all off or wear a hat all the time, because the anabolics using to get the gains, to get swole, to be the strongest version of yourself, are causing very thin hair or hair loss. You see it a lot. Look at their hair carefully. It's very patchy, very thin. Doesn't make them bad people, but that's a common side effect of getting on the gear is you lose hair. That's why only if you've got a lot of bickies, a lot of money, you can get the hair growth procedures, which are popular in the primal world. I won't mention any names there. But another question. Someone sent me this as evidence. Someone's debunking this crap. Can you please debunk this crap? Blah, blah, blah. The thing is, grains brain. This whole thing is saying grains are banned for your brain. Carbs are banned for your brain. Carbs make you dumb. Someone's saying. Some gimmicky paleoprimal author, Perlimeter or someone. He says carbohydrates are bad for you. Orange juice is the same as drinking sugar, Coca-Cola. If you eat carbs, you're going to crave more carbs, so you're better off just not eating them. Hang on, go to any low carb forum, and everyone's just fucking going crazy on eating fucking lots of carbs. You know, they have to sweeten everything with stevia because they fucking love it. So carbs are essential. Carbs are essential, and when you get enough carbs, you don't want the grace, you don't want the fat. It's pretty simple. Load up on the rice, load up on the fruit, you're good. You don't crave the grease. But as soon as you cut your carbs down, where's the nut butter? Where's the oil? Where's the chicken or whatever? You need the grease. People who eat, this is a claim to fame, this guy. People who eat more fat tend to consume fewer carbs. Correct. As a result, they produce less insulin and store less fat in their bodies. Fucking wrong. The first part was correct. If you eat more fat, you eat less carbs. If you eat more carbs, you eat less fat. But go to Kenya, go to Thailand. They're not starving there. And go to the villages and sit down and watch people eat. Hang out at the vegetarian restaurants where it's just fucking piles of rice. Alright, a bit of stir-fried veggies or whatever. Very lean. See people very thin because they've got a low-fat diet. This is hilarious, isn't it? Dr. Atkins, Lauren Cordain, Sally Fallon, Robert Lustig. What do they have in common? Overweight, because they've got high insulin. What do all the high carb promoters have in common? Lean, trim, regardless of their fitness levels. Done. And the carbs make you dumb. I'm trying to think. When I was in high school, all the smartest kids in school, Asian. What are they eating? What do Asians eat? What do my Asian friends eat? Rice, noodles, fruits, carbohydrates. Go to Asia, man. What are people eating in Asia? They're not eating fucking steak before exam. They're eating fucking rice and noodles. Carbohydrate diet, high carb diet. Because when you don't have enough carbs, you can't think. Your brain runs on glucose, not fat. Your brain doesn't run on fat. Your brain runs on glucose. That's why when you get out of sugar, you're like, I can't think. That's why all the smart drugs, they boost sugar levels to the brain, like Adderall and shit. Just increase your sugar uptakes. Crazy. It worries and confuses me that people listen to you and take you seriously. You're extremely deluded. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. At least you're watching me. That's what, at least you're getting some seeds planted in that head of yours. Go and watch some Minecraft or something if I'm wasting too much of your time. Got a new t-shirt slogan for you. Lean as fruck. Send me some pros. People can make their own t-shirts with any of our slogans. We don't care. We don't care. We're not going to send you some legal letters saying, hey, cease and desist, you copied us. These are our ideas. Here's my lawyers. You stopped. We don't give a fuck. You can write whatever the fuck you want on a t-shirt. You can put whatever you want. You can upload all our videos, whatever you want. Do whatever the fuck you want to do with them, man. We just want to get the message out there. We want to make this fucking movement bigger for everyone. We don't want a bigger slice of the melon. We want the melon massive. So you do whatever you want, you do. And you put 30 bananas a day on a t-shirt. You put 30 bananas a day sucks.com on a t-shirt, whatever you want. We don't care. If you've been to that hate site, 30banasaday-sucks.com, just a hate site dedicated to hating us. When it first happened, we were like, a bit sad that people would be so mean and nasty towards us. But now, we don't give a fuck because at the start I did. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe someone put a hate site about us. We're just trying to help people, Why do people hate on us? We're just trying to help people, not trying to rip anyone off. But then I realised over time that such an occurrence is social proof. So I'm glad that site's up. I'm glad 30banasaday-sucks.com is up. Go check it out. Check out, it's that full hate site. Just all the people just get on their multiple accounts, no photos themselves, just write any sort of bullshit. So it's good because it gives us social proof and it helps our Google search options up. So it's incredible. I think one part of success is haters. The more haters you have, the more they spread your message around and they reach an audience you wouldn't otherwise reach. That's how I really learned about Doug Graham, was on a raw food forum, Dave Wolf forum, I think it was back in the day, rawfood.com. People just trashing Doug, and she's like, who's this Doug guy? And then went from there. So definitely hate forums aren't good. So when you're successful enough, you'll get a hate forum. Unless you've got a hate forum against you directly, then you haven't succeeded, in my opinion. You're not really reaching much of an audience. We've got a hate site against us. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of that. I'm fucking proud. We worked hard to have a hate site against us. getting back in the raw food diet after a year or so. Have been re-watching all your videos. Just this year I've been off raw. My teeth have gotten cavities, and I usually have good teeth. Cavities are not caused by sugar or anything on your teeth, but by diet. So I do know it's from the processed shit I ate. No question there, but I'm curious, what is your dental health like, and what do you do every day to take care of your teeth? Thanks ahead of time for any response or video related to this subject. Have a great day. Well, my teeth, they're alright. But I got to admit, man, when I was a kid, I used to steal Milo, which is like a chocolate powder, from the kitchen. Just so fucking hungry. We have like a cup of it and just eat it in bed, man. So I did that for years and years, almost every night or whenever I could, stealing something, cookies or whatever from the kitchen, and eat, sneak them in my bedroom, go to bed and be eating them. So that's a really bad way for dental hygiene, is to have food on your teeth all the time, overnight and stuff. That is really bad. So my dental hygiene, I didn't start flossing till about a year ago. So my teeth they're okay, but if I was a celebrity like Tom Cruise or whatever, my agent would be going, dude, put 50 grand on the table, and let's get some cosmetic implants in there. Let's get some porcelain implants. So my teeth are alright, but they're definitely, I wouldn't be a teeth model from all the prior using meth and shit. We go to dance parties, fucking doing heaps of drugs, just fucking drinking fuck all water, just dry mouth, just fucking, dry mouth's one of the worst things for your teeth. Alright? I see it all the time, and especially in the fruitarian world. People stop drinking water, the teeth just fall apart because the mouth just gets dry. They're like, I don't want to eat more, I just ate watermelon. It's got just discipline. Dry mouth fucks your teeth. That's the main reason meth fucks your teeth, because it gives you dry mouth. My dental hygiene now is basically just water, soft toothbrush, gentle brushing. I use one of those water picks. It's like a water gun. Go around that every day or so. I use one of those tongue scrapers. They're pretty cool. Just gentle. Dental, man, is dental industry's $100 trillion a year they make. You know, it's a fucking massive industry, the dental industry. The dental industry isn't being held up by the handful of long fruitarians out there, you know, long-term fruitarians. It's pretty much, man, I got into a fight, was it April, July, whatever, chipped his teeth here, chipped the teeth up here. I said, I need to get a quote, and they're like, it's going to be about a week's wait. And I'm like, man, you must have a lot of fucking fruitarians in there. And they're like, what? Didn't get the joke. So it's, you know, everyone's got teeth, and everyone seems got problems with them. Often people will say, my teeth are great. And then after a few years, they're like, I've got a cavity now. It's like, well, often cavities become under the gum. Unless you have dental x-ray, right, of all your teeth, you can't really tell what's going on between your teeth or under your gum line. Because that's where most cavities occur. Definitely. So that's my little tip on teeth there. Pretty much everyone with a fucking awesome smile who's over age 30, cosmetic dental surgery. And hey, I'll probably get it done one day as well. Because it's you go on YouTube, everyone's got before and after dentures or before and after cosmetic implants. None of them are fruitarians, are they? They're eating standard diets. So the whole notion that if you eat animal products, you won't have any teeth, bullshit, man. Just ask any fucking dentist. Next question. You can live on rice and beans for the cheapest ever. You can do this as broke as a joke. That's true. It is a cheap lifestyle. That's why we give people backup plans, because not everyone, you know, has the financial means just yet. So we give people backup plan rather than just have you go back to Denny's. We'll have you go to the fucking McDougal counter and load up, or get you bananas and stuff. You know, load it up, man. What do you think of Vibram 5 fingers? Do you own a pair? I do have a pair of Vibram 5 fingers. I think they're good, but I don't use them for running because you have to go a lot slower with them because you're not getting the impact absorption you get from like a racing flat shoe. So I'd recommend that the Vibrams are good for, if you're doing weights, they're good. If you're doing walking around, they're alright. But if you're heavy, don't use Vibrams. Use a racing flat. This is what I use, a pair of Brooks. So it's a very light shoe. It's almost like pretty much like a barefoot shoe, but it's got some cushioning on there, so you're not smashing your joints up. The Vibrams, you got to go real easy, real lightweight when you Vibrams, because no runner, like fast runner, uses Vibrams because you don't get enough protection. You have to go a lot slower. You have to go almost at walking speed. Otherwise, you're going to fucking smash shit up. So I think they're great for learning walking and stuff, but I don't use them for running, real running. And there is exceptions. There's people out there who do crazy shit in Vibens, but they would do better in like a racing flat, definitely, because you've got more cushioning. You can just, it's like boxing. You got guys in Thailand who just fucking punch banana palms, but when they got gloves on, they can just punch double, triple as much. Dorian Ryder, I don't understand your suggestions for daily calories. The calorie requirements for men and women, depending on age, activity levels, are pretty well researched. Basic metabolic rate. For me, it's about 1,640 calories plus another 500 calories for more basic level activity. Approximately 2,150 calories. This is a man writing this. I like to run, and if I add a 10-mile run to my daily activity, then that's 2,150 plus 1,000 equals about 3,100 calories. That's just the math. Why should I eat 4,000 or 5,000 calories if the max my body can use is 3,150? People don't have any idea, do they? They don't have any idea. It's like saying, why should I withdraw $50,000 from my bank account? I can't use that. Okay, give it to someone else that can. Why should I eat more calories? Do you know? So you can fucking do more. You don't have to. If you're happy with your lifestyle now, that's fine. Keep eating that little calories. Me, I'm eating your calories in a meal often. I couldn't live hard on that little calories. But everyone's got a different lifestyle. So I'm not saying my way is the best way. You do what you want. It's your life. Everyone chooses the life you live. Me, I want almost 100% participation in my daily reality. I want to control the situations that I can control. Being my thoughts and emotions. That's pretty much all we can fucking control. So I find when I'm calmed up, I've got a greater participation in my daily reality. Things don't just happen to me. I'm not a victim. I'm in control of my thoughts and emotions. So if something comes up, I'm like, okay, go around it, go through it, go over it, go under it, dodge it, smash through it, whatever. When you're calmed up, so if a person's eating 3,100 calories, I would be fucking struggling to do that day after day. If I wanted to do that, what I'd have to do is get rid of Freely, get rid of the girlfriend, get rid of the bike. I could do a little bit of jogging around. I'd have to get rid of the forum. I'd probably have to get rid of my YouTube channel because I wouldn't have enough energy to maintain it. Maybe one channel I could hold up, put a video up here and there. That's pretty much it. That's all the energy I'd have. I wouldn't have any energy for a girlfriend, fucking thriving internet following, massive internet following that's just growing all the time. Wouldn't have energy to fucking for elite fitness, drug-free fitness. Wouldn't have energy to be positive all the time. I'd have fuck all energy. But everyone's different, so you got to eat as much as you need to eat. All right. So if you can do 3,100 calories and have a fucking awesome lifestyle for you, not for me or anyone else, but for you, that's all you need. But if you want more, then maybe eat some more and see what happens. Do an experiment. Eat more to live more. Try it out. But again, I can't tell you what to do. I can just show you what I do. And that's what I do. So I couldn't live on that little calories. Even though all the experts say, look at Donald, you're so lean, you're so fucking lean. You got no fat on you. You don't need that many calories because you're very lightweight. But I do need a lot of calories, man. I need at least 3,500 minimum a day. Minimum, just sitting around, up to 7,000, 8,000 if I'm really cranking it. 10,000 if I'm going full schizophrenic cycle. Otherwise, I just don't have enough energy to maintain that. Sure, I can go ride 200 kilometers on fucking 2 bananas, 100%. But I won't be able to do that day after day. People say, you just ate 2 bananas and did 200 Ks, that means all you need. They don't understand how the body works. You can do anything for a day or a week maybe, but eventually it's going to catch up with you, and bam, there goes your fucking metabolism. There goes your leptin sensitivity, gets turned into leptin resistance. Anything you fucking eat gets stored as fat pretty much. So that's why you always want to eat as much as you want. Don't calorie restrict. Go to bed early. Nurture your metabolism. Don't use the stimulants. Don't use the drugs, because you're going to be paying it back. Hope that answers the question. Let's blend this baby up and let's have the meal, the lunch meal. I'm going to blend this up and then put even more bananas in there. So it's about 2,500 calories. You can feel the weight of that. That's good. good chunky meal. Another question, Harley, you and Freely need to stop bitching and drama queening of all these rants about other people in the raw food movement. For shit's sake, man, I sit down every day at lunch to eat my bananas and salad and watch my co-workers chatting on KFC, Taco Bell, etc. All the while, they try to tell me how crazy it is that I eat so much fruit and veg. And yet, here you are raving for 10 minutes about people who eat nuts. Come on, dude. Keep your fire down range. Remember what the real problems are and keep petty differences in perspective. I fucking agree. But if you knew the emails and shit that I get, you would probably understand where I'm coming from. If you just read... So this person's feeling frustrated that I'm critiquing other people for eating the raw nuts that aren't really raw. I'm open about my critiques and stuff. Other people out there are pretty... keep it under wraps or send emails or talk behind your back or whatever. But we're open about it. So other people might seem they're really like caring and whatever, but they're really fake. We're transparent, alright? We're very transparent. A lot of people don't like that, that's fine, but we're very transparent. Other people out there aren't so transparent, and that's their thing to work on. I like to work on transparency. So all we're doing is we're answering questions that are being asked. I like to answer questions being asked. I like to do it in an open format versus behind the scenes, whatever. So as a raw food educator, as a vegan educator, health educator, our roles are to educate people and share and be transparent. So this is why we're doing this. I agree, it's minor, it's petty, but you wouldn't fucking believe the emails I get. So I have to answer these questions. Even if I don't care if I get criticised or whatever. I'm more about getting the message out there, helping people. Helping people. So instead of critiquing me, maybe what you could do with your co-workers is say, hey, there's this guy on YouTube, man, you should check out what he eats. You know, and just send him one of my videos. Check it out. Harley just wondering if Freely ever smashes in the vegan pizza. As a woman, I am curious as to whether your advice in regard to McDougal-style low-fat cooked vegan meals needs to be somewhat amended for the female audience, or is this the same? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Now, obviously, I cannot smash in 3 vegan pizzas, but I probably could do justice to one. One? Fuck, you're soft. Also, does eating low-fat vegan cooked food early in the day wreak havoc with metabolism and weight, or do you recommend eating it only for dinner, simply for optimal digestion? My family often eats their lunch meal together and not dinner, so I'm often faced with cooked food earlier in the day and then more raw for dinner. Am I ruining my progress? Freely... I've seen Freely eat three vegan pizzas as big as mine, so she can fucking smash it in. She can smash it in. Definitely, definitely. Does eating cooked food during the day ruin your metabolism? What do you... Okay, so low-fat vegan food, no, it's not going to ruin your metabolism. If you want, depends what your goal is, but I understand women want to be rail skinny, rail thin, alright? Every woman on the planet wants to be fucking rail thin, despite what they say. To do that, fruit's the best option. Fruit's the best option. Second best would be starches, alright? Fruit's just the best, alright? There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. Fruit is the best weight loss food. Second would be starches. Look at the countries that live on starch, alright? If there was a country that lived on fruit, actually, well, it's not. There's Uganda, but they eat a lot of starch as well, but a lot of bananas. Uganda has the highest banana intake in the world. The best weight loss food on the planet? Bananas. 100%. But I don't know what else you're doing. I don't know how much you weigh. I don't know what your sleeping cycle's like. I'm not sure what your cortisol levels are like, because you might be stressing out over stuff. There's a lot of factors other than just food choices. There's sleep, how early do you go to bed? Do you stress a lot and spike your cortisol and become more of a fat storer? Do you drink enough water so your digestion is good? Do you overtrain? Do you not do enough training? I don't know. There's a lot of questions I can ask you. If I spend a week with you, I can quickly work out what your weakest link would be. It sounds like your diet's pretty good. Sounds like your diet's doing great. I'd say just keep going on and experiment and write down how many calories you eat, write down what time you go to bed, write down how much you urinated, write down everything, weigh every morsel of food you eat, work out the calories, write it down. Do this work, and then over time you'll have a template. Then you know what to do for you. I've done this before. That's why I'm doing what works for me. So, and that's why I can give so much good advice out. So you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to do the experimenting, weighing every morsel of food you put in your mouth, measuring the water, measuring how many times you pee, what colour is it, things like that, what time you go to bed, how you felt, how you're dealing with stress, things like that. You always got to, it's basic. It's like you're building a cake. You're building your life. You're designing a lifestyle for yourself. You can't do it about thinking about it. You got to ink it. Don't think it, ink it. Ink it down. So you got a template. Okay, this is what worked. Versus in your head going, what did I do a few weeks ago, 5 months ago for breakfast? Can't remember. Write it down. Write everything down like an obsessed person. Have a little private diary or whatever. And then over time you start to see the patterns. And then when you get the results you like for a few months, okay, what have I been doing the last few months? Okay, that's good. Or over the last few years or whatever. So it's going to take you a while to work out a little template. But it's always going to work. It's always going to be very similar. My family often eats their lunch and meals together. So they're saying this person probably doesn't like the social disapproval by eating something different from their family. Which you got to do that. You got to go to dinners and you eat nothing. Just don't eat anything. Nothing. Eat one leaf of lettuce for dinner. Just to draw attention on yourself. Just so you can deal with it. Alright? And then maybe have dinner before or after, whatever. But you should do that. Just to build your emotional muscle up. You know? Do crazy shit to build your emotional muscle up. That's what you got to do. Otherwise, if you can't handle the social disapproval, you're going to fail every time at achieving your goals. Because you'll get to a certain level, other people are going to try and drag you down. Because they're like, I don't like that. And you'll just go, okay, you can drag me down. Instead of just go, get your fucking greasy hands off me. I'm going this the way. Fuck you. So you do that. Become a social outcast for a few years to develop emotional muscle. And then eventually you don't give a fuck what other people think as much. And do what you want to do. Like, that's where I'm coming now. Can you imagine me going to someone's house and eating something I didn't want to eat? No fucking way, man. No way. I would be having the best time ever. Be having fun with it. Creating drama if I wanted to. Do whatever the fuck I want to do. I can eat whatever the fuck I want to eat. I don't care what anyone else says about my diet. I'll do what the fuck I want to do, please. And I'll make it fun, though. But I do encourage people to create controversy at dinner time. Create disturbance. Until you learn how to deal with stuff. And then you learn how to like carry it on with you for the rest of the day or week or whatever. You just deal with it, drop it, done. Does that make sense? Go to dinner with a fucking lettuce leaf. And just eat lettuce for dinner. Or nothing for dinner. And just deal with all the bullshit your family throws at you. Very cleansing. Very cleansing. But not many people on the planet can do this. Very, very few people can do this. And very few people can do this, deal with it, process it, and move on. Most people carry it for the rest of their life. My God, 25 years ago I did a raw food diet 1 week and then I had some fucking fruit for dinner. The looks and the stares from Uncle Arnie and I just couldn't handle it. We just gotta learn how to harden the fuck up, don't we? There's people in Africa fucking dying today. 27,000 children under age 5 will die fucking today because they didn't have enough food. And we're eating food to impress other people. I think we should just eat what the fuck we want to eat and be done with it. If in doubt, go the fruit. Okay, this water thing. I hate drinking water. I don't know why. However, 2 weeks ago, your advice, I grudgingly started drinking a quart of water before each meal. Guess what? My daily headaches are gone. Facepalm. I've been pooping Advil like candy. My daily headaches are gone. I've been popping Advil like candy for a decade. I've been dehydrated for over 10 years, seen doctors and bought prescriptions. All I need to do is drink some damn water. Sheesh. Thank you. That's the thing. Often the solution is so fucking simple, people are shocked at the answer. Thankfully, thank fuck, this person's ego wasn't so high going, well, that's just too simple, let's just do it. He's just some YouTube guy. That actually go, you know what? That skinny motherfucker might have a solution. I'm going to give it a go. And they did it and they got the results. So many people, they're so up their own ass, they couldn't listen to solutions like this. People want to have these complex solutions to simple problems. That's why it's so easy to make money on people just selling them bullshit. Tonic cleansers, conductivity, tonic fucking enzyme, probiotic, crackowie, wowie, grease ball, whatever. Powders, pills, pollutions, fucking solutions, XLXs. Just bombard them with bullshit. People want that. People love that shit, most of them. Because they don't want simple solutions. Because their ego's like, I'm very special and it has to be very complex. Because I'm an individual. You are special and are an individual. But I'll tell you fucking what. The solutions to your fucking problems, really fucking simple. So fantastic this person's got the water on board. I feel good. This is why I do this stuff. This is what I do. After watching this, I went to Fully Raw, Christina's channel. She just made a video with a bucket of cooked pecans, but called 100% raw in the video. What gives? If it's not raw, it's not raw. Am I the only one who can see this? Cooked nut fat is very bad for cellular health, far worse than cooked starch. I agree. I agree that. But here's the thing. Eating a bit of cooked or rancid nuts now and then isn't going to hurt you. It isn't going to hurt you. So if Christina made me that cooked rancid nut recipe, I'd probably eat a few slices maybe. But it's not going to hurt you. But if you're doing it every week or whatever, that's when it adds up. So I wouldn't recommend eating cooked rancid nuts that often. Just focus on the fruits. Basically, if you want complex recipes like lots of nuts and dates and pecans mixed together and fat and sugar together, it means you're not getting enough carbohydrates. So just eat more carbs and all of a sudden you're like, oh no, it's rancid, it's fatty, it's cooked, whatever. I don't want to eat that. Basically, since adding in starches or tinned fruit into my diet, whatever, I don't want the fat. I don't want the rancid cooked nuts that are sold as raw. I don't want that because you're getting more calories in. Alright? This is a pretty simple solution. So, I would say Christina's other recipes would be better, like the smoothies and the things like that. A lot better. I'm not a fan of mixing dates and pecans and stuff together. Again, if you have it once a month or a few times a year, it's not an issue to eat cooked rancid nuts at all. It's not an issue at all. In the US, raw nuts are quite easy to find. Vitamin Cottage, for example, which is the most in the Midwest to West Coast, sells most of their nuts in cooked or raw, and yes, they will sprout. They will even order them for you in large 25, 50 pound bags. Lots of other chains have Whole Foods like them too. Just these are the people who are very easy to fool or trick or whatever, because they're new. They're like, if it says raw, it means it's raw. If the person says they're raw, it means they're no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You have to cook the nuts, man, because when you sell them in a 25, 55 pound bag or whatever, when you have nuts in a big silo or a big warehouse, they have to be cooked. They have to be dried out. You've got to pull the moisture out of them, otherwise they go bad. They go moldy. Well, they've already gone bad because you pull the moisture out, so now they're dead, they're rancid. But to avoid the mold, especially organic ones, you have to cook them. You have to steam them and then dry roast the fuckers and then sell them as raw. All nuts you buy in the shop are cooked. They have to be for storage reasons. And they have to dry them out in the tunnel dryer to get all the moisture out. So that there might be a little discrepancy in the Fahrenheit temperatures. So if you can find something that's under 115 Fahrenheit, whatever the raw the raw fucking thing is, the raw parameter. If it's 111 degrees, it's raw. If it's 110 degrees, it's raw. If it's 112 degrees, it's cooked. Can you see how fucking stupid it is? Eat fucking fruit, calm up, and you don't have to worry about eating all these nuts and stuff. And if you want something that's raw and fatty, eat avocado. But again, I wouldn't recommend eating more than an avocado a week, unless you're doing some crazy athletic exercise where you're just pumping your lymph system full on. It's there. So basically, that's how it is. Alright, let's just answer some more questions later on. I'm going to get some Tucker into me. Post your questions down below. See you next meal. Coconut sorbet. That must be fatty. What's the deal?
Yeah, it's only got like about 1.4 grams per 100 of fat, that's so it's not too bad. It's nice.
I wonder if that's it's about $13 to $15 for a little tub. It's about that big. I've got another little juice here. 500 calories, no fat. Freddie's down 7 grams of fat today.